Good morning. My name is Trucker Ray. I bring you the reality of trucking every week. Well, I try to get a video out every week. Sometimes it can be difficult, depending on whether equipment is working properly, behaving itself. I love to travel the highways of North America, sharing all the neat little areas that you go through, the towns, the cities. I love traveling. I love history. And I love bringing it to you, my faithful YouTubers. If you are a first-time viewer, welcome. It's so good to have you here. And I want to reassure you of one thing. This is a family-friendly channel. If you have little ones that really enjoy truck driving and watching the big trucks, or you have special needs, people in your home that like, or special needs individuals in your home that really enjoy the trucking videos, you can be reassured you're not going to hear anything inappropriate on this channel. No cussing, nothing like that at all. No inappropriate talk, period. This is a family-friendly channel because I am a Christian truck driver. And I also like to share the gospel of Yeshua. So you will hear that on here. And for my other YouTubers that have been here before, my regular subscribers, welcome back. It's so good to have you back. As you can see, it's still winter here in Calgary. But then again, that's kind of normal around this time of the year. Wow, some people love to take chances, huh? Pull up in front of a big truck when it's icy out. That's bright. And look at that. What's he doing? He doesn't know where he's going. Yeah, I see a lot out here. Do I ever? I see a lot of craziness out here. I should have put my signal on there. I was distracted by what that guy was doing. There we go. So I'm human too. Yeah, so it's still winter out here. I spent the weekend here on a reset, doing my laundry and getting a haircut, getting a shave, and working on a video, the last video, the one where we went down to Kentucky or Illinois and then Kentucky. Watch out, little buddy. I like crows. They're my favorite little friend. Just about at the shipper, Brooks. Kind of makes you wonder how busy they're going to be in there because of the long weekend, trying to get as many trucks out as possible. I'm wondering also how busy that's going to be over meat inspection, but there may be also a lot of guys that may be saying, yeah, we're staying home for the long weekend. It may not be that busy at all. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's about 20 Celsius, I wish. It's 20 Fahrenheit right now. So it's way below freezing. And yeah, way below freezing, and At least it's not windy. That is what makes it so bone chilling when you go walk out of your truck and yeah, you get the wind just pounding at you like, and it's cold. It's still windy. Look at the flags. Okay, you don't even notice it's not that much, but it's windy enough. When you come to these places here, you want to make sure you got your protective wear on, your steel-toed boots, your reflective jacket. Oh, yeah. This is not one of my favorite places to come to for a couple reasons. Sometimes it can be a real fiasco, and it really stinks right now. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I know people get used to that parking here, working here. When you're not here for a while, man, it stinks. At one point in time, we would have to stop at this security desk, but not anymore. They've moved everything into the back, even the scale, which is a good thing because you see this area right here. I think maybe twice a year they had to fill this with gravel just because of all the trucks that would come to the scale, turn around, come around, turn around, and they were constantly digging holes into the ground. They probably thought there was got to be an easier way than this. And you never want to drive fast to these places. You don't. You make a lot of friends when they see you going slow, because there's a lot of pedestrians that cross in here. It's still pretty windy. It's windy and it's cold.
You gonna leave it? All right, thanks.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. Still chilly out.
Driver license?
Sorry?
Your car. Driver license.
Your driver's license? Okay. Oh, there's more stink inside of my truck. Oh, that's gross. That is sick.
Okay, this paperwork is good. Inspection decal is good. So far, so good. Just don't hook up to your trailer and drive away with it. As soon as you drive away with that trailer, you're not responsible for it. You better do a pre-trip on it. That includes your paperwork. Full tank of fuel. That's nice. Oh, my hands are starting to freeze already. Good old Alberta. Freeze your tail off. Come and stay a while. You'll like it.
Fortunately, I have good eyes. I can read that. I'll be able to read that readout there. One at a time, Ray. Let them do their thing. Steers. 11360. Uh-oh, this looks good, guys. Yeah, good weights. Thank you. Beautiful. Even a little room for fuel. And I can still slide it a little bit if I want to. Oh, that worked out too easy. Why are you being so negative, Ray?
Why? I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic. Never is that easy here. There's always a catch. All right, we're at the border crossing. Just had to get my paperwork together and turn off my reefer. You never want to drive through here with your reefer going. That's a real easy way to make people angry. And look at the snow coming down. I wonder how long this is gonna last, but the sun is kind of shining there, so I got a feeling this isn't gonna last very long. Good, how are you?
Alright, we know where we're headed.
I'm heading to Wilder, Idaho.
Where are we going?
Meat.
What kind of meat?
Looks like it's probably ground hamburger. I'm guessing. It's in big totes. Did this just start rolling in, the snow?
Sorry?
Did this just start rolling in?
That's been here for a while.
Oh, really?
Fresh vegetable, meat, animal products on board?
No, sir.
Any alcohol or tobacco?
Nope.
Weapons, parts, or ammunition?
No, sir.
And how much cash you travel with?
I have just my credit card.
Fully vaccinated?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, so we will cross over here. We will turn our reefer on. Make our way up the hill. I wonder how busy they are up there. Yeah, you know what? Normally the American border guards are pretty good. They are. I've only run into maybe a couple of them in my time of driving that were just really mean. Really mean. Oh, where'd this snow come from? My word.
Your seatbelt is unbuckled.
Duh, no kidding. That's gonna annoy me. Look at the lineup here. Coming down. Wow! You know what this is? This is all the snowbirds coming back. That's what it is. It's all the snowbirds coming back from spending their winters in Arizona. Look at all the campers. That's what's going on here, and probably some of them getting fuel. Look at the lineup. Woo. Sorry, Darwin, I can't take the call right now, buddy. I'm gonna lose it anyway. As soon as I get a little further up here. That's quite a lineup there. I would say a lot of that is campers, yeah, camping gear. Yeah, they're all coming back to this. They're probably thinking,
I think we came back a little too soon. It's still snowing. Turn around, Harriet. We're going the other way.
whether or not it's busy. But this is the one I want right here. That one, and there's nobody there. Oh, that is sweet. Okay, we're all done with meat inspection. That didn't take long, did it? It's so funny, I get there and the guy says, oh, we're on our lunch, so you're gonna have to wait until we're all done. I went, oh, it's okay, that'll give me a chance to have something to eat. No such luck. As soon as I put my stuff in my microwave and sit down at my table to eat, someone's knocking on my door. Pull into a door. I'm like, okay, no worries. I'll eat it while I'm in the door. No, they didn't take any longer, 2 minutes in the door, so that's kind of funny. Sometimes in this job you gotta learn to eat real fast. But everything's good. So far today's going really well. I really feel blessed. You ever get those days where you just feel incredibly blessed? Oh, this is one of them. I mean, we're blessed every day, but some days it just stands right out. Some days it just stands right out. And the lineup continues of all the truck drivers and the snowbirds. And you know the part that's bad about this is that the snowbirds, all the four-wheelers, they're blocking both lanes when they should only be blocking the left lane, so the truckers can use the right lane to get across the border. Yeah, it's a bit of a nasty lineup, but oh well, it is what it is.
Ice all over my truck. Oh, you know, I got a scraper here somewhere. Where are you? Morning, everyone. Look at the ice that's all over my truck from last night. It wasn't even really snowing much last night. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Look at my glad hands. I was just driving here today, or here last night rather. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. That's incredible. I hope that's not affecting the drain valves. I might even want to do a defrost mode, get this thing warmed up. Let's do that. You can put it in defrost mode where it'll actually defrost it if there's anything frozen. Let's see if she works. Crazy, eh? I'm sure someone's saying, why do all you Canadians say A? I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Yeah, when you're driving in freezing conditions with the spray coming off the road, it does some pretty amazing sculptures on your trailer. Wow. You don't want to be hitting those. Everything frozen like that, they could break right off.
Well, we can't leave yet because our appointment isn't until 7, but we can check in by 5:30, 6. And I guess I could go now and just park it there, but the problem is I need to get at least 2.5 hours or 2 hours of driving in tonight when I'm done with that place. And I have to set it so I still have a 14-hour window there, if you know what I mean. If I'm past my 14-hour day, I won't be able to drive anymore. So if I leave too early, I may get there on time, they may be able to unload me, but I won't be able to drive after that because my 14-day will be up. So I have to leave probably closer to 10 o'clock. And then that way, by the time you think about it, 10 to 10, that's 12 hours, instead of 13, 14.
New message, Ray go ride and they are open, they will offload you. Sent by Newell Lorne.
I don't know what that meant. You know, the lady on Peanuts, you know, the teacher? That's what that thing sounds like. You can never understand it. Yeah, so anyway, so if I leave at 10, get there by whatever time I'm supposed to be there, they unload me, I can drive up to midnight, because I don't drive past midnight. So that's the way I'm trying to work it, that my 14-hour shift ends at midnight. That way I have the extra time to drive if I need to. I don't know if any of that made any sense. Let's see what she said here. Ray, go right in, they are opening. They are open, they will offload you. Really? Oh. Okay. That's good. Let me see here. So if I get there by 4, what is it now? 9:30 to 9:30. That's 12. 10. Yeah, you know what? I think that's probably good. So it looks like someone has made contact with somebody there, one of our planners maybe, and it looks like they will unload me as soon as I get in there. That's good news. Yeah, looks like I've come down with a bit of a cold. You know, one of these days I'm going to use my head. It starts sanitizing my hands every time I touch something. I think I know where I got the cold. It was either 2 places. When I was in my knot, I went into the Flying J and I had them print out some pages for me because there was 4 or 5 of them I needed for the bond that I was bringing across. Either I got it from touching those papers that the girl had a cold, or it was 2 days after that when I went to Tim Hortons and got a couple coffees there, and someone there had a cold there because that's about the only contact I've had. Man.
You know, I've been taking vitamin D and zinc and vitamin C and all this stuff. Still get a cold. But you know what, the way I look at it, it probably could have been worse. If I wouldn't be taking all these vitamins, who knows how bad this could have been. But right now, it's just affecting my nasal passages. I'm all stuffed up. made it into Wilder. Ooh, they're rebuilding this little truck stop here. They're renovating it. Oh, they're building onto it. Wonder what they're going to do with that. Yeah, nice little place. You guys remember my exploring the USA with Trucker Ray? We did Wilder. This is the place here. I actually really enjoyed that. Cute little town. So you got to use the left lane. A little dyslexic here, so use the left lane here. I'm trying to remember if they come out to you or not. Or do I got to go to them? Oh no, yeah, he comes out to me. Well, friends, got into a door about maybe an hour ago, maybe 40 minutes ago, and they're still unloading me, taking a little longer than they normally do. So at this rate, my clock is winding down. I'm probably not going to make it where I wanted to go tonight, which means I'm not going to make it to Salinas tomorrow. I think if they would have unloaded me at 7 p.m. tonight, like my appointment was, we'd be on our way right now. Because right now, it is now 8:40. So, unless they're done now, and this guy's coming over here to put my Glad hat back on. All done? All right, let's continue what I was talking about. I was looking at the weather forecast. They're expecting snow on Donner Pass tomorrow. Chances are it'll be chain up on there. And because of the tendonitis and carpal tunnel in my hands, I'm not going to be able to do that. So chances are we're going to be sitting in Fernley. And to make matters worse, they're expecting 100-mile-an-hour gusts up there. But we're going to go as far as I can tonight. I was really hoping to get to right along the Idaho-Nevada border there. But they're expecting some really bad snow up there too. It's just ridiculous. I was talking to the guy over here doing the unloading. He says, I cannot believe the weather we're getting. It's just like there's no such thing as spring. I know, it's outrageous. It's too bad. Yeah, it is too bad. Well, I'm counting the hours, counting the days that we'll actually see some nice weather. We've seen a little bit today, but it didn't last very long. We got all this bad weather rolling in tomorrow. So I'm going to get as far south as I can tonight. I only got 2.5 hours to work with, so it's not very much. I don't know where I'm going to end up. Hi there, I am Ray Gaucher, and welcome to this edition of Bible Break. And I'm really excited about this week's edition because we are going to be reading out of the Old Testament, the book of Daniel, chapter 6. Yes, if you know your Bible, we're going to be reading of Daniel and the lion's den, which is a very exciting story because it really shows how God is there for us when we have our worst trials, when we think we're possibly going to be alone. I mean, a true Christian will know that we're never alone. We always have the Lord by our side. But when things get rough and very difficult, in this situation, Daniel puts his trust in the Lord. And as we read in this story, even King Darius puts his trust in the Lord. It's really amazing. Almost chokes you up when you think about it. So before we start, let's open up with prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the opportunity to read your word, especially this amazing, true story. It is not fiction, it is true, and it's inspired by your Holy Spirit. Thank you for sharing this with us, and please allow me to convey this message that that you will be able to reveal its amazing meaning to those that are listening and watching this video right now. I pray in Yeshua's name, amen. I am going to be reading out of the King James translation, the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. If you have this translation, it will be on page 944. If you're ready, let's get going. I love this story. Now it pleased Darius, and he was the king at that time, King Darius, to set over the kingdom 120 princes. This was a king who really went all out, as you can tell. As we see here, it pleases Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give account unto them, and the king should have no damage. Verse 3, Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. Now, this is really funny. This is very, very similar to Joseph, if you remember the series we did with Joseph, where whatever Joseph did, the Lord promoted him. He was always in charge. Even when he went to prison, he was in charge of the prison there. It's just amazing. And this just goes to show you, when you walk with the Lord, when you have the Spirit of the living God in you, other people notice. And King Darius noticed something very, very special about Daniel. So he promoted him. However, his colleagues did not like this, as we will read starting at verse 4. Then the presidents and the princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could not find none occasion nor fault. Forasmuch as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. That's amazing. They couldn't find anything wrong with Daniel. Or did they? Verse 5. Then said these men, We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. Now, these men were evil, and we're going to see how evil they were. Now, Daniel was a good man, and Darius really liked Daniel, but these men were jealous of him, and they wanted to do away with him, even to the point where they would want him killed. Verse 6, Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto the king, King Darius live forever. Now they're out to deceive their own king. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. So they're saying we need to make a decree that for the next 30 days, no one is allowed to pray to anybody or give acknowledgement or worship anybody but you, O king. So now here's the king thinking, hey, I like this. For 30 days, if anybody prays to any other god, they're thrown into the lion's den. They have to worship me. They have to acknowledge me. But the king isn't thinking about Daniel. This has slipped his mind. I think he's thinking, wow, I will be elevated and I will be worshipped. And he has forgotten about Daniel. Verse 8, Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. So I guess when Darius signs this decree, not even he can change it if he goes by the law of the Medes and Persians. So these counselors, these governors, these presidents are literally fooling the king. They're deceiving the king by telling him to come up with this idea. Of course, it probably boosts Darius's ego, and he thinks great things are going to happen here. But once he signs this, not even he can change this. Verse 9, Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. So now it's signed into law. Verse 10, Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, and he did aforetime. So this was a regular thing that Daniel did. And his colleagues, if you want to call them colleagues, but the presidents and the counselors and the governors, they knew that Daniel prayed 3 times a day. I mean, his windows were open. They'd probably seen him, and this is where they were going to try to get him. So even though this decree was signed, Daniel was not going to stop praying to his God or praying to God. Verse 11, Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree? These men are evil. Listen to this. They're saying this to Darius. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, This thing is true according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. And I still don't think that King Darius knows what these men are up to right now. Then answered they and said before the king that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. King, he is ignoring your decree, and he's still praying to his God, even though the decree says not to. Verse 14, Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. So now the king realizes what's going on, and he's trying to find a way to deliver Daniel from this decree. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Verse 15, Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. Can you imagine what the king is thinking? You rotten men, you evil, evil men. I mean, just think about it. It kind of makes your blood boil. They con the king into writing this just so they can have Daniel killed. And you can obviously tell that the king was very fond of Daniel. Verse 16, then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Darius did not have a choice. He had to do this because of this law. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God whom you service continually, he will deliver, he will deliver thee. So here's the king. He even believes that Daniel's God will deliver him. Verse 17, and a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed according to Daniel. So now the den is sealed, and now the king is obviously very distraught. Verse 18, then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music before him, and his sleep went from him. Again, he was very distraught. He didn't want to hear music. He didn't eat anything. He didn't sleep at all the entire night. Verse 19, then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest, continually able to deliver thee from the lions? Can you imagine the sound in his voice? Was he able to deliver you? And he's probably thinking, please say yes. Because if not, because of King Darius, Daniel would have been killed, eaten alive by these lions. Verse 21, then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. Forasmuch as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. So he's saying the lions did not hurt me, did not touch me, because I am innocent, and I am also innocent in your eyes, O King Darius. I was betrayed, and so were you, more or less he's saying. Verse 23, then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no matter of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. There wasn't a scratch on him. And I'll say this too, in those days, when they would put people in the lion's den, they would, I think maybe even days, they would not feed the lions. So they would just viciously attack anyone that would come into the den. So before they put Daniel in there, I'm sure those lions were pretty hungry, but they still didn't hurt Daniel. All right, back to this. Verse 24, and the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives, and the lions had the mastery of them, and brake all their bones in pieces, for ever they came at the bottom of the den. More or less, the lions devoured them before they even got to the bottom of the den. As they made their way in the door, the lions just tore them apart and killed them all. The men that accused Daniel, it must have been a big den, because there was a lot of them that accused Daniel and falsely had this decree against him. So they were all devoured before they even hit the floor of the den. What do you think of that? They must have been hungry, those lions. Verse 25, then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. So here's Darius, King Darius, making this decree, declaring that Daniel's God is God. Obviously because what he did, how he saved Daniel. Verse 27, he delivereth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. And there you have it. Daniel and the lion's den. I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun bringing this to you. And remember, the Lord is faithful, very faithful to those who are faithful to him. Until next time, my dear friends, God bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Bye for now. Good morning. A little on the chilly side out here, McDermott, Nevada. That's where we stopped last night. I stopped over here at the Chevron. Nice big parking lot here. Kind of a cute little town. I don't know what the population is here, but it can't be very much. But it's your typical Nevada town. Not a lot. There's a couple service stations here. This one here, I went inside this morning. 3 people working in there, and I said to one, good morning, and they just looked at me. Couldn't even crack a smile, couldn't say good morning, nothing. The other 2 people working there, they didn't even acknowledge that I was even there. So I thought, nah, I don't need to make a coffee. I don't need to buy a coffee here. I don't give business to companies or businesses that can't even say hi back when you say hello to them. You know, that's customer service, right? And I am a stickler when it comes to customer service. You walk into a store, you really do expect the person to say hi back when you say hello to them. It's polite. It's almost like when you open the door for someone. It's nice and polite that you say thank you. And not just walk through, like I've seen so many times. So, no, I didn't bother to go in there and get any coffee. I made my own on my Keurig machine. But I had a chance to look around this little area here. There's not much here. Little casino over here, 2 service stations, couple motels, and some residences in the area here. Yeah, not a whole lot here. And it looks like there's a bit of a storm that's coming through, or rain that's coming through from the south there. So I'm hoping that I can get through here before that wind really picks up, because I got an empty trailer. And right now I searched the 80 up on Donner Pass, Toho area. Not good. That's all required full chain up on all trucks going up and down, and very, very harsh winds up there. So I will make my way closer to Fernley, and hopefully they've lifted that. If they haven't, then I'll be parking it in Fernley, because I cannot risk putting 8 to 16 chains on my tires. I mean, I have what I need, but if I even try to put that on, as I was saying before, my tendonitis will just flare up. I'll be fine today, but tomorrow, the next day, and even a week after, I will be in agony. My hands, I will be able to even hold the steering wheel, so I'm not going to risk that. And my dispatch will understand that. This company is really, really good for that. They don't force people to chain up. So that's one thing I do like. I mean, my hands weren't the way they were, I wouldn't care. But when I was young, and I was doing landscaping. Sorry if I still sound plugged up. I still have this cold. Like an idiot, when I was shoveling, I had the back of the shovel on my palm and that, and then I did it on this side too, and I just did damage to my hands because I was into landscaping for a long time. And I think that's probably where I got it from. Yeah, but anyway, it is what it is. This is probably why the Lord put me in this line of work. He knew that it would be the easiest for my hands. He always thinks of us. All right, we're on the US 95, as you didn't already know. We'll make our way to Winnemucca and we'll see what's ahead. Hopefully we're okay. Back into the wind again. It's coming from the west. It's got my whole truck leaning like this. What did I tell you on the last trip? This is all we deal with now. This is all we ever deal with now is wind. Thankfully, it's coming from the west. I'm going to be turning west in about 2 miles. And it'll be coming at me, so that's my saving grace right now from this situation. It's hard enough as it is when you're driving a loaded trailer and it's pushing you around, but when you have an empty trailer, oh my gosh, it is not fun. Whoa. Jeez. Come on, calm down now, wind. Such a funny setup they have here. When you come down here on the 95, you can't just jump onto the 80 and go. You got to drive through the town to get to the 80. Which is not a big deal. I mean, I don't mind driving through. Winnemucca, established 1866. Yeah, there's some old buildings here. They definitely have some history here. just climbing up Donner Pass right now. It's a little bit of snow up here, but it's not too bad. You know, the worst part about this is that the winds are really strong up here. Well, the winds have been really strong ever since I left Fernley. But it's the ruts that they have in the road here from all the trucks. If you don't drive perfectly in the ruts, it'll just shove you all over the place. And that can be really dangerous when it's icy, but it's not too bad here right now. Not too bad. But it's a lot wider up here than it is on the bottom, wouldn't you say? Yeah, quite a bit of snow that came through here these last 24 hours. Oh, these ruts are terrible. They just spin you. I mean, I could literally probably let go of the steering wheel and it'll keep me on the road. Oh, not quite. Some spots it will. Yeah, no, the ruts are pretty deep. You had the city trucks sitting down there in the chain-up area. I guess they're maybe expecting the weather to get bad again because they're all sitting down there waiting to instruct drivers probably to put chains on. So I may be getting through a little bit of a window here where I can avoid that. Let's hope. Oh, that rest area is closed. It's totally blocked in. We've got guys sitting here. I wonder if there's a way they can get out. Oh, maybe. Yeah. So now that we're pretty well at the summit here, as we head down, it'll get better and better, but there's a good possibility that they're expecting more bad weather to roll through here. Or those guys sitting over there would not, they wouldn't still be sitting down there, they'd be packing it up. Friends, I am really surprised to even say this right now, but I have made it to Salinas. It's it's a shaka, because with the delay of being offloaded yesterday and then knowing what weather was going to be up on Donner Pass, the wind, the snow, possible chain up, I did not expect to get here today. I thought for sure I was going to be delayed. I am so thrilled right now. More than you guys could possibly imagine. Very, very happy with this. So, very, very happy. So Taylor Farms is where I'm going to be picking up here, and there is a staging area where I am to park. You know, the nice thing is Taylor Farms is just over here, and then you've got a pilot here, you got another truck stop over there, and I think you got one over there in the corner, but you got a scale on both of them. But because my load is going to be so light, I won't even worry about whether or not I need to scale it or not, because it's going to be like 15,000 pounds. I won't even have to weigh it. If it's what I think is, my thing says salads, and I think they're already pre-packaged salads. There's 1,800 of them, so I don't know if those are going to be boxes of salads or what. I have to look at the bills to find out. But if it's what I think it is, it's not going to really have any weight to it at all. So the staging area I am looking for should be up here. I have not been here in a long time. And I was talking to my friend Mick. He's an Irishman trucker. He's getting a Volvo like this, and he's doing the theme of shamrocks and the green this, and it's gonna be really cool. When he's finished the truck, I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and I'll be sure to show you guys what it looks like too. Okay. He was telling me, he was giving me instructions here. If you turn, is this the staging area here? Taylor Farms. Yep, this is it. Oh, Mick, you were right on the money, pal. You were right on the money. This is exactly where I need to go in. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Boy, he gave me instructions, and these instructions were right on the money, and there was nowhere to park in here. So I'm going to go park in the big one, big lot. I'll just turn around here. There is nowhere to park in here. So I'm going to go over to the big lot. Good morning, all. We are on our way to the dock. They finally called me. I checked in about an hour and a half ago, and they had me going to door number 8. Door number 8. I was watching some of the local news yesterday and last night, and one of their warehouses went up in flames yesterday. Taylor Farms. Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that myself. Like, oh, I wonder if that's any connection to the place I'm going to. But it is not. Or they wouldn't be calling me to the door. how that would have happened to a place that's 24 hours like that. He never did say what the cause of it was, so you don't really know. My truck doesn't want to change gears, and so early it's like, let me go back to sleep. Okay, we got a bit of a problem here. Excuse me, they are refusing to load me because my chute is hanging down like this. So I gotta try to fix this before they put someone else in the door. Okay. I don't know how well this is gonna work.
Hello?
Hi there, can I speak to the supervisor again, please? I'm the truck in door 8.
You needed a secure issue?
Yeah, I think I repaired it. I just want to I want him to check it and see if it's okay.
Okay, I'll have him go to the door.
Thank you.
Alright, thank
Bye.
you, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, I fixed the chute the best that I can. There was one rivet that was completely out. I managed to put it back in. It went in very firmly, so it seems like somebody with a forklift pulled it out. I don't know if it happened when the guys unloaded me in Wilder. I have no idea, but I managed to get one of the rivets completely in, so it's not really hanging down as much anymore. So hopefully they'll still load me. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, there's little openings on the chute all the way down anyway. I don't know what difference it would really make, but it's not hanging down nearly as much as it was before. So hopefully they'll accept it. The guy looked at it and he said it was fine, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't drop down. If a guy goes in there with the forklift and pulls it out, then, you know, that can hardly be my fault, but if he pulls it out again. But hopefully they, hopefully they will load me, because I'd hate to come all the way here, miss all my sleep tonight just for nothing. That would really be disappointing. So we're just gonna have to wait and find out. Yeah, I'm just departing now from Salinas. They had me in a door at, oh boy, 4 o'clock, and then they finally are finished with me. So we had that little bit of a problem right at the beginning because of the chute there. And once I got that repaired, it took them like forever to load me. So, good grief. So because I had to split my sleeper so I could do this all legally, because it was a 2 o'clock in the morning appointment, I've only got about 9 hours of driving today, and that is about it. Which is okay, because I don't think I could go much further anyway with really no sleep, because my sleep was so broken this evening, or last night, because of all of this that was going on. Whenever you go to these places and you have a really, really late appointment, or early morning appointment, yeah, you might as well just kiss your sleep goodbye for that day. So, I mean, I probably could do a straight 11 hours today. That's just the kind of adrenaline I get when I start driving. I just keep going. But you know what? To know I only have 9 hours, maybe I'll just get my way into Winnemucca tonight, park it there, and then go from there. But everything seems to be okay. We're super light,
So I hope we don't run into a lot of wind. We're only 3/4 of the way full, so we don't even have a full trailer here. But I'm gonna make my way out of town here and get up to Casa de Fruit, that little truck stop there in Hollister. I'm gonna park it there and I'm gonna send all my paperwork in, because there's really nowhere to park out here to send all that stuff in. So I'll park it over there, and then maybe hopefully the little market is open there and I can get a few little things I want. Like I want to get a tomato and just a few other little things like that, and some salad. Speaking of salad, that's what I got on board. Just multiple packages of President's Choice salads. Pre-cut bagged salad is what I have. That's what I have. Yeah, and it weighs next to nothing. So it's either going to be to my advantage or disadvantage. We're going to have to wait and find out. Well, I've made it to Casa de Fruta, one of my favorite places, if not my favorite place to stop in all of California. I'm going to stop at the fruit stand here to grab a few things out of there, and then I'm also going to grab one of the beautiful deli sandwiches that I got here before, and I'm just going to take it with me and have it at lunchtime. But if you stop here, you got to stop here and get one of their deli sandwiches. And the peacocks are over there sitting up on top of the ledge. That's kind of funny. This is such a nice little place to come to, especially in the summertime when it's busy. You got kids running around and everything, and the market is just vibrating with people everywhere. I love that sound. I miss being here. All right, let's go for a walk. This is such a nice place to come to. If you ever have a chance to do a reset, this is the place to do it, because there's even a truck stop here, parking, and everything you can imagine right here. There's even a nice restaurant over there. Yeah, during the summertime, when this place is booming, this parking lot's full and there's people everywhere. This is a nice little place. And I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I grabbed a couple pieces of fudge. I walk in the door, that's the first thing I see, and I have a hard time saying no to fudge. Hello. Here's one of our residences here. One of several peacocks. Yeah. He's lovely. Hi there. Look how tame he is. I'm like right here. He doesn't even care. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Oh, this place smells so good. So this is what you do. You grab one of these little forms. You see roast beef, cheddar. I usually get rye. And spreads, mayonnaise, mustard, balsamic vinaigrette, fixings. Here we go. Tomato, sprouts, cucumber, dill pickles, black olives. My sandwich. I have an amazing coffee, and I have 2 pieces of fudge that I should not have bought, but it's so hard to say no to that, especially when you know it's locally made, and it's probably really, really good. Yeah, really nice sandwich. I just put it in my cooler. It's going to be my lunch. I'm not a morning person when it comes to eating. Look at how busy this place is already. It's not even 10 a.m. yet. Well, it's a good thing I didn't wait much longer or take much time walking around, because my clock is ticking down already, which is not good. So I've got to make up 15 minutes now within a 7-hour period, which I should be able to do. I can make up 6 minutes an hour, so I'll be okay. My plan is to get the Winnemucca tonight. If I can get there, I'll be on schedule to do my delivery. Look at how gorgeous this is out here. My friends, I am going to have another opportunity where I'll just talk to my dispatch and try to work it out that I do some kind of a delivery out in this area and then a pickup in Salinas, but in between I'll have a reset to do, and I want to do it right here because this is such a nice place. Wonderful place to do a reset. All right, so back on the 152, and we'll make our way to the I-5.
back into the wind as usual. They're expecting 70-mile-an-hour gusts again. You see, people, I'm not kidding around. This is becoming a nuisance, this wind. I was talking to a guy over at the town pump where I topped up my fuel in Shelby there, and he said the same thing. He says, I don't know what's going on, man. It's just every single trip we have to fight wind, every trip. Yeah, it is becoming a nuisance, all right. I'm literally driving on the left side of the road because it's slanted a bit, just to stop my truck from pushing over any more than it needs to. Well, at least I got to enjoy some of my trip, but of course we got to end it like this. The weather has turned a bit ugly here in Calgary. It's funny, you know, I come out of Lethbridge, it's sunny, it's decently warm, but really bad wind. And then you come here to this. It's actually almost humorous. Only in Calgary do you see spring weather like this. It's pretty funny, actually. Well, we're only about 7 miles away from dropping this trailer, and then I'm on a reset. I've only been driving 7 hours, but I feel like I've been driving like 12, 13 hours, man, just because of dealing with that wind coming up, man. That just takes everything out of you. Very stressful. So I'll be happy to drop this trailer, get myself something to eat, and just put everything behind me. So friends, I'm gonna finalize things right here. There's probably not much more to show you, except it's snowing, and I'm going on a reset when I'm done this. Just gonna try to relax a little bit. And we'll catch up with you on the next trip. So let me say, God bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Until next time, bye for now.